Picture this, you just sign your contract to go pro in Counter-Strike, one of the biggest esports in the world, and all you have to do is to win, to put you and your team on the map. And as you climb through the rank of the Counter-Strike esport ladder, you're getting fans, lifting trophies, and all is just how you dreamed of it. But this is not that dream. At the ESL Pro League Season 20, we saw the best teams in the world meet, and our story start in Group B. Group B was dominated by Spirit and G2, as the favors of going through to the playoffs, and G2 made it to top the group, while Spirit had a bumpy ride but made it in the end. But our story is not about them, it's about Group B, lower round 1 match, where we saw Koi, a team ranked 45th in the world, would clash with TheMongolz. TheMongolz is an up-and-coming team that has taken the scene by storm by upsetting a lot of top teams. So going into this match, the stage was set for a bloodbath. But the match we got was not what we expected. Going into the match, the hopes of Koi's star player was high.
Some crazy plays from you this event. Are we ready to expect some Mapos moments?
I expect that if everything is going to work for the team, individually I'm going to destroy them for sure.
Well, most was in the seat that TheMongolz would be the clear winner. But how clear? Well, that was going to be a shock.
So TheMongolz today though, I think this should be a bounce back game for them, right? This should be one where they recover coming into the tournament.
You kind of hope so, right? Like they've shown they're capable of on a good day taking down even a top 5 team out there.
Inferno is a map based around early banana and apps control, as these two spots on the map controls the early half and the late game strategies. We're going into the pistol round, and TheMongolz are expecting an A rush as they are 4 players. And for a newer player this might look dumb, but Glocks are more favored on A site on Inferno, as apps and mid are easy targets for Glocks to win a lot of map control from, as they are better there. While towards B and banana, the USPS are way more favored, but TheMongolz are ready in case they had the wrong read. And this is how strats work at the highest level. As looking at TheMongolz on A, they will have 2 players towards long who will be able to rotate fast, as well as the solo B player will have a smoke, flash and armor, just so he can stay alive, so TheMongolz know if their read is wrong, they can hold Koi off until rotations has arrived. Koi are going for 4 players towards banana and 1 in second middle. Their goal is to go B, but keep 1 player to either fake or just try to hold TheMongolz as long as possible on A. Blitz is playing close, watching for any players jumping, as he will just have enough time to fall back to site. An important note, if you are rushed, you will not have time to go CT, as then the T's can kill you. And we can see he is holding for the jump up, as many T's on the pistol round will jump around like crazy to offset the cross replacements of the CTs. Blitz peek out and here exchange some damage, before he runs into CT. As here he have enough time to go CT, as he could clearly see the T's are not rushing after him. And keep in mind, at any point can Blitz smoke banana off, but here wants to hold the utility until either the T will rush or the T utility will fly into sight.
You need to use smoke right now.
In the meantime, TheMongolz A player will start to take full on mid control to get a clearer picture of how Koi will approach this round. And let's put Blitz and TheMongolz pushing down side by side. Here Blitz wants to delay the smoke until he knows that his team has mid control, to win as much time as possible. Koi goes for the execute and can find Blitz through the smoke as he starts to spam in hope of doing some damage and maybe find a kill. And it's looking good for Koi.
Into an accelerated play into the B-bomb site, and that is one way to open up the play.
As they can get the plant without anyone from the TheMongolz contesting it. Quickly it's a 3v3 and TheMongolz has reacted fast, having all 3 players ready to retake. As soon as the smoke fade, Koi has some issues. TheMongolz have taken City, Banana and Ruins control, meaning Koi are all stuck on site, so here Koi will have to start peeking and trying to win some kills before TheMongolz will be able to box them all in on site. And the way TheMongolz are peeking allows them to systematically clear site 1 player at a time. And after Adam S falls, Stududu will peek out and find a trade, as he knows how important that is. And this leaves Sensu alone in a 1v2 clutch, a clutch that would change this match and Counter-Strike history. And here he finds the first player who was just in a bad position, and with 2 bullets left, Stududu trying to peek loses his head, and TheMongolz takes the first round.
Yeah, they may know, but dealing with it in time is going to be the difficult part here. Stududu is nailing shots today with his P250. Here comes the fight. Both, and there's no time, right? He's got it. He's got it. He finds the bomb just in time. It looks like he's going to hold it all the way.
Ooh, it's close.
As we can see, Koi has bought into this round, as they got the plant, and when you get the plant after pistol and lose the round, the meta is to rebuy in the second round, as the CT will not have the best buy, and you will have a good chance of winning this round. As we can see, buy-wise, Koi barely have a worse buy than TheMongolz. TheMongolz are going for 2 players on B, 3 on A, and here the goal is to use the 2 B players to win banana control, as TheMongolz uses this smoke bottom banana from spawn, and some Molotovs down banana in hope to win it. While Koi are going for 3 players towards banana, with the best spawn, pushing up, and 2 more after being smoked falling back to middle. as well as one in ramp and one in second mid. The action starts in banana, where Dave 1G, I think that's how you say it. If it is Davig, unlucky I will say Dave 1G for this video, gets Molotov'd and is forced to push. And some miscommunication from Mongolz sees Techno alone fighting him and dying, as Koi finds the opening kill. The optimal play here would be if Sensu would have been top banana and able to help his teammate or at least trade. On this kill, a banana push would have been optimal, but here Koi smokes top banana, removing that option, and then Koi will try to take mid. And here Mongolz are 3 players ready, with one long taking first contact, then a 2-man setup on short, with one player on the roof and one under the roof, as this is a strong 2-man setup to use, since the guy on the roof can take first contact from a great off angle, while the player under the roof can play anti-flash and swing on the contact his player above him makes. Koi goes 4 players banana, and here on the perfect timing, Sensu smokes, but Koi knows there can only be max 2 players on B, after how they saw Mongolz play middle, with a player still long, meaning no players from A had rotated yet. And here Koi will use this flash to pop through the smoke, and it's too short, and it does not hit Sensu. And Sensu can find 1 kill, but due to his spray and crosser being off, he is found, and Koi still has the advantage and an open B site.
Could pop their way in through this. They have a flash and they're going to do it.
Speaking of Sensu, he's going to play in behind those sandbags, and the flash is going to come up ineffective in terms of blinding Sensu. His first bullet inaccurate.
Blitz goes for a hero play, no idea how this is allowed, and he can equalize the position and get to site. And here I would have thought it would have gotten closer, but 910 finds the last 3 players. What a play from him.
And there's only 25 seconds left in the round. Koi leaping into the site, and 910 with a shot landing through that smoke on Just. Blitz under pressure, swings out from behind the new box, and despite being blinded, Dodo still gets that headshot. And a 2v2 make it 2v1 as 910 takes a fight through open CT.
As Koi got the plant last round as well. They are once again buying, and this is uncommon, as here to save money for round 4 is better. So instead of having 2 okay buys, you rather save 1 to have a proper buy, as Mongolz now will have upgraded to a better buy, since buying in the second round makes it so the CTs and T have similar buys. But in the third round, well, now the CTs will have a way better buy, while the T have a half buy at best with Galil's, SMGs and some utility. Mongolz are back to a 3-2 setup, semi-aggressive in banana. As for Mongolz, they are now thinking Koi only has some utility and pistols and don't want to give anything away for free, while Koi are now much faster second mid and winning full on apps control fast. The default A setup of Mongolz leaves apps open for taking, as it's not a super crucial spot to hold early. But if Koi can sniff this setup out, they will know how to abuse it. Mongolz sniffs out that it might be B again, and here sends 1 player from A to rotate over. And this all comes from the fact that Mongolz were not able to win banana control early. So they have no idea what is happening in banana, and for the first time in this match, we will see a gamble from them in where they should hold instead. Something we saw in the pistol, but in pistol rounds it's always gambling of where to play. And the roof setup I was bragging about in round 2 works wonder.
The smoke is preventing this double setup from being all that effective, but the smoke fades away at the perfect time for the Mongols to shut down the mid-attack, and it's perfect between 910 and Mazzinho.
As Mongolz finds 4 kills, like look how perfect this is, as the player who died by the roof player had his back turned, meaning all of the Koi players focus the player on the roof, and the 2 players towards the roof finds all 5 players. And look at this from Koi's 4 players POV, just to see how strong this setup is, as they all tunnel vision towards under the roof, allowing a Galil to shine like that from 910.
How did they find everyone?
That's crazy.
They should have been a trade at the very least. They got all 5, Dinko. There were 2 defenders.
5th round, and we are finally seeing a T side with a full buy, while Mongolz are playing it safe and keeping most of the saved guns. Mongolz wants to switch things up, as here they will use this smoke, something we saw FaZe early in CS2 use, and then they will do what FaZe did as well and Molotov behind the smoke, to make sure Koi can't push middle and allows Mongolz to win a lot of control. This smoke is risky, as a nade could easily break it, but that's why Mongolz has 2 players in top mid holding for this, as well as the player pushing down will go on the right side of middle. And since the Molotov is here, even if Koi breaks the smoke, they will not be able to spot Blitz, who has pushed down. But Mongolz does not win much, as they quickly has to fall back, since Koi has won apps control after Blitz was too far down to see the 2 players of Koi crossing, as well as over on B, Koi won banana control with utility and a great push. And when you win so much map control as the T, you have to make the decision of where to go. And again we are seeing Koi prioritize A, and that is the right call as Blitz has just rotated over to B. Koi uses a Molotov short and a smoke long, and here the Molotov short does not hit anyone or produce any sound cue, something that tells Koi that Mongols are not on the default short setup, and this will make Koi rotate back to B, just as Blitz ran back to A. So some great fake action by Koi. Koi's CT smoke fail, as this is meant to land on top of the boost in CT. So this will create some uncertainty for Koi going out on site. And that is what happens when you so carelessly lines up a crucial smoke. Koi now have to resmoke CT properly, but Mongolz has a smoke and Molotov left to hold them off. Not ideal. As well as Blitz, after so much searching, finds a kill through the smoke. And Techno peeks off Blitz, falling back, and again is strong and finds 3 kills, leaving just in a 1v5. And I'm going to be honest, around now, us viewers who saw this match could see who was the better team by a mile.
Not so much of DaviG left. Techno with a second kill here for the Mongols, and good luck, brother. Have fun. If you're Koi, this one is coming to a close, but just gets back into action. 2 kills and 9 seconds.
So far it's not looking good for Koi. No matter what they try, they are countered, outstratted, and in the end just out-aimed. So something has to change, and that will come in round 8. The setup is very similar from Koi, only change is that they will have Stadudo using this flash and peeking middle, as this flash will force the AWP who holds for this playback and give early mid control to Koi, something in many rounds Mongols wants to keep, as they usually have their A setup around having some mid control, as we have seen. As well as Koi using some utility top banana to force Mongols back, and here they have the counters. As now with Mongols not given any mid control, as well as not having any banana control, Mongols will start to struggle, as this was the way they have won most of their 7 rounds already. This near the middle have won Mongols a lot. Now for multiple rounds, Koi have managed to take a lot of damage from it. But as we can see, Mongols has gone super passive on A, everyone falling back much safer, while on B we can still see Mongols trying to aggress in banana. And this will allow 4 players of Koi to get top middle control. As well as with the way Mongols are holding on A, they are leaving short open to rather hold long, apps and just the site walk up. And yes, the pit player is going in between the spots, but that is not good enough. Mopus jump spots and gets some crucial information that forces Mongols back, and 9-10 falls back from Library, giving long almost completely to Koi. And yes, the position of 9-10 in Arch is good, only for 1 kill, not a lot unless he is pushed. But after Cortera did this, no one is pushing an AWP in Arch anymore.
Both top mid and all the way over toward Atrium. Taps and goes quick. Cold Zera's quicker. Gets a second as well as the bomb will go down and follows it up. They're all lining up. Cold Zera with an ace. A beautiful one as well. And he's elated for good reason.
Mongols' last 2 A players has to win back some map control. And here they will smoke short and push short, allowing Koi to take long. And the split push from long and apps wins Koi site control, with them both finding 9-10 and Messino. Blitz finds 1, but there is no chance, and Koi finally wins a round.
They are savage, and they usually get wrecked, but here's DaviG jumping into the Library, and the silence is now disrespected, and Koi get loud. Great shots. They can't let this unravel, and they won't. Blitz unable to step up this time. Koi with such limited time left in the round. DaviG getting into the Library.
Koi wants to switch up, and here have a Sebi buy, with some AKs, Galils and a Mac-10 going into round 11, while Mongols has a full buy after winning 9 rounds. Koi are switching it up with 3 players in second mid, while Mongols are back with the mid focus, where they will smoke bottom mid and have Blitz pushing down to hold second mid, a perfect counter to the 3 second mid player setup from Koi. And this is a blessing in disguise, with Koi finding this kill on Blitz.
Was now 0-10.
As this will force Koi to try to be fast and win more mid control, running once again into a strong mid hold. As we can see, Koi leaves banana and set their eyes on middle, and here 9-10 peeks out and finds 1 kill, equalizing the position, as well as forcing Koi to make a decision to either slow down or go fast. And the double AWP setup on A after Sensu rotates in, as well as Messino finding 1 more from apps, and a round where once again Koi found the opening is lost to them making the wrong decision and Mongols having the perfect setup.
Had a rough day yesterday. Today he woke up and is like, screw this.
9-10 versus 0-10.
No, why have we done this?
Oh, here he goes.
When you win the pistol round on T side, you will now know that the CTs cannot have any sort of goodbye. And this is what Mongols will abuse to take this map over the finish line. Here Mongols will be buying Mac-10s, AKs and Galils and go for the classic B rush, while Koi are buying pistols, SMGs and barely any utility. And there's no point of breaking this down, as I will just play the B rush for you so you can see how dominant Mongols was on Inferno.
Beverly Hills Mall Cop.
Is this the end, Dinko?
Yeah, well, it seems like it. It is the end.
Yeah, it's over. This is just
Just running through by 7.
Oh,
Not bad. It's a good little kill coming through from him, but Blitz has traded positions.
they can fall back if they wanna.
He got back in towards the church, into the ruins. And he's got himself that kill on TheMongolz. So a 3v3 picked up, and Blitz now looking towards Just, turns on a diamond, is able to knock him down. So Mongolz 2 kills away from closing out the Inferno.
Take that one.
And it has been an Inferno, more like a crematorium for Koi as this Inferno is burned away. It's going to be a 13-1 victory for the Mongolz.
Inferno was a blowout. Mongolz played perfect on the CT side, only losing 1 round, as well as 9-10 had more kills and rating in total than the whole of Koi. While the caster would tell us things would only go better, well, let me tell you this, Koi managed to make it worse.
I would expect Movistar to be better here, right?
Really?
Better than 1?
Yeah, better than 1.
On Mirage, we will see both teams fighting for mid control early, as well as faster lurks than most other maps, as most teams plays with 3 players in middle on Mirage, allowing their lurkers to shine on the sides. Going into the pistol, we are seeing Mongolz having 2 smokes, 2 nades and 2 flashes, something that indicates a rush towards site, as well as seeing on the map that Mongolz are sending all 5 players towards A, since when you give up so much map control for an execute, it needs to be executed fast then. Otherwise you will have to deal with rotations and more. Koi are going for 2 players on B and then 3 on A site. And we can see Koi are neglecting mid, as we can see the A player are fast to push towards site and balcony and with 1 in CT, while the B players will be 1 on car and then 1 going towards short slowly. Mongol starts by smoking stairs and understairs, as if you only have 2 smokes, you want to use these 2 smokes, and then use your 3 palace players to take CT control, as these smokes makes it so CT will be your only worry going out on site. Then Mongolz has 3 players in palace ready to take site. On the utility, Stoduro uses his power position in balcony to peek out and finds 1 kill, but while falling back, this kill has triggered a contact play, so Mongolz will start the push, and here Stoduro can fall back, as well as Davi1G are able to find 1 more kill, so Koi are up in a 5v3. But the issue is this, most of Koi's players are playing close, something that is not too ideal when you are fighting versus Glocks, and their B rotations are not coming fast, and this 5v3 will not last.
Contact going to be made. 3 players lying with Dodo. That's a great find on Techno 4K and manages to extricate himself from the position there. DaviG.
As in quick fashion, Mongolz finds 3 players and have opened up A site, and now Mongolz are up. And this all happens as Stoduro thought there would be more players in Palace and decided not to look ramp, as well as Just, who holds Palace, is forced to look ramp after 910 finds both Stoduro and Davi1G in CT, and for Davi1G in CT he is forced to peek out to help the players on site and hold for ramp when he peeks out and dies. And just amazing coordination between Mongolz gives them 3 kills and sight. And the retake is not much better, as Koi can find 1 player from Mongolz over peeking, but Sensu's trigger discipline is better here, and finds both players, and Mongolz wins the round and the 3rd pistol round so far.
Their chances to 0 in a split second. So, versus down second eventually picked up.
Something Mongolz has been good at is map control, and we will see it in this round as well. Mongolz are going for 2 players towards B, 2 in top middle and 1 alone towards Palace on A, and this is the default setup. But a good default, as the bomb is in middle, as this can be a quick and easy way to lose the round if you lose the bomb. But the goal is for Koi to see the bomb, over-rotate towards middle, and let the lurkers on A and B go to work and win the round. Koi are going for 2 on B, 1 in window, 1 in con and 1 alone on A site. And here Koi will place the open window and use some utility towards middle to make sure Mongolz mid-take is delayed with a Molotov and some flashes. Mongolz smokes window and short, as well as Molotov in con to force any peeks from con away and back. And on all of this, Mongolz will send 1 player back towards B and then keep 1 in top mid to create the illusion that Mongolz are still taking mid control, to make sure the con player is invested in middle. And just look at the map. Koi has 3 players in middle now, trying to understand how Mongolz are playing this out. Now look at the utility. Koi has used a lot of utility just dealing with this mid fake, and this is what Mongolz wants. Koi has to do something, and here a catwalk push seems like the best option, as they have window and con control. And here Sensu finds the push with a great spray.
Yeah, you want to lock in? Is this the round?
This is the round. This is the round where Koi are gonna find themselves in a 4v5.
On this kill, Mongolz goes back to middle, and after 40 seconds of fake mid, they will actually take it. And now Koi has no utility at all to hold this off. Mongol uses 2 smokes, 1 for window, 1 for ladder room, and then these 2 pop flashes to take short. And look how unaware Stoduro is, as he walks with his back turned, tunnel visioning apps, and he is found. And just like that, Mongolz has 1 B side control of their amazing way of forcing Koi to waste so much utility and attention middle.
No pause. Catch a timing here.
Well, the flank from Mopaz is resulted in one single kill, and well, Mongol staying ahead.
I want for round 7 to show you in depth the mid take from Mongolz that wins them round 7, and a play Mongolz has been doing forever on Mirage, so let's dive into this play in details. Mongolz for this play will smoke top mid and window, but makes it all look like a default mid take. But here is the switch up, Blitz has the best spawn, and here he will nade towards con in hope to push any players in con up con, very important. As well as Mongolz will be using a lot of flashes to take mid to make sure if Koi pushes middle, they will be fully blinded. Then Blitz will duck his head while jumping into the smoke, so he cannot be hit by any flashes from either A or short. And then, while he is running, Mongolz will Molotov con, as this Molotov will force any player who still is bottom con after the nade, and we can see Blitz jumping down and clears the right side first, then the left side and finds the opening. And just like that, a fast place allows Mongolz to win bottom mid control in 10 seconds and finding the first kill.
Appreciate that. Yeah, the fiery tip the Doc Gamer with that big old blaze he's got in his hand. Well had.
Mongolz are back as they did in the pistol round with an A rush, but this time they will have 4 players in ramp and only 1 in palace. And a rush is never ideal when you know the enemy is on lower buy, as we can see Koi have 1 M4, 1 CC and 3 SMGs and low utility. Koi are set up with 2 players in middle, 1 on B and 2 on A, a very default setup. But just as in the pistol round, we will see Koi playing close angles. Here Mongolz are using 2 smokes in mid, with 1 top middle and 1 in window to try to keep Koi invested in mid. But this has backfired, since every time Mongolz are taking middle, well, they use so much utility. Something that is not happening now in middle, and this indicates to Koi that this might be a fake. Mongolz will use 2 smokes on A with 1 on stairs and 1 under stairs, as well as a nade sight and a flash over, and the execute is on. Here Stadodo is the first to take contact, and he will peek before the smoke bloom, and why many will Molotov towards bench for this not to happen. And here he finds 1 kill and a lot of damage and information before he is traded. And then the Molotov comes a bit late sadly. As well as Blitz from Palace is able to get 1 more kill, and it's looking good for Mongolz.
Koi players lying away. It's going to be Stadodo with the first on his Senzu. Techno and Blitz able to fight back and
Another clean execute and round win, right? Well, just on sight gets overlooked, and here finds 2 kills as Mongolz are more focused on the smoke and 4 players to run through it. And it's down to a 2v2. In the 2v2, Mongolz are late with the plant, as they want to win more map control and locate both players for Koi, as Koi knows both of the Mongolz players are on site. And here Koi goes for this boost, allowing Adam to look over the left side of CT and finds 9-10, leaving Blitz in a crucial 1v2 clutch.
But the bombs doesn't need to go down anytime soon. They've still got 45 seconds left in this round, and jump up, that's a perfect play. That was the only move they really had available, and it works out.
But with this play, Mongolz will know where both Koi players are. And here Blitz places himself in a great off angle, and here the chess master shows what a tactical genius he is. He finds the first Koi player peeking towards sight, as he is not ready for this off angle, as well as being able to tag the last player from Koi. And this forces the Koi player to play safe as he has the worst gun. And this round has now switched to the favor of Mongolz. And since Mopaz is hiding, Blitz can Molotov and force Mopaz out in the open. And Blitz keeps the 13-0 dream alive.
Okay, Blitz has got 1, and damage done to a second. Not like this, Blitz. Give them some mercy. Give them some hope. And he's just locked Mopaz in towards Tiki with 12 seconds left. Blitz wins the 1v2.
And it starts great for Koi, as Koi are able to find the opening kill towards underground with a classic play of smoking in front of Con to be able to peek underground without anyone in top middle holding, as well as Koi are able to find a 1-for-1 trade, something that is good when you have the man advantage, with just outside of ramp finding the Palace player of Mongolz. So what is the issue? Well, everything else. First of all, why the hell in a man advantage do you have a player alone in ramp holding for a 1-for-1 trade? That is not ideal, as he tries to hold for any players pushing ramp to help his players towards Palace. But it's not a good position, and here Davi1G falls without being traded. So just wants to swing and just get this one traded, as otherwise all the advantage Koi had in this round will be gone, since their advantage was that they had 1 more player alive than Mongolz, and just is found after Molotoving and 9-10 just being better and faster.
Ooh, a little bit of just peeking up. Mazinho going down. Sensu fighting back, and they just can't do it.
And like that, Mongolz has the advantage, with Koi rotating into A site. Then we have Adam S. No idea what he's doing. Walks out of the smoke, shoots, trying to jump back in, and just like that, a 5v4 is now a 1v3.
Just win a round from Movistar, and Mopaz is all to do now.
And Mongolz are flawless going into the CT side with a 12-0 scoreline.
As Senzu comes around short to the absolute perfect timing, and now he has got the bomb, and he's deciding he's going to the B-bomb site. He knows that there's no likely play from Adam S to be inside of the site. He's going to make the rotation over, and not a single round in the half.
As we did for the last round on Inferno, let's have the caster do the last round, as Mongols does the impossible.
So a little rough at the moment in the Movistar camp.
Lemmino
Starts things off with the opening kill, taking his team in the right direction to try and close out Mirage. Koi sprinting through short. This is their moment to try and get through the defense, and they are stopped at the door by Senzu. Just Adam S, and there is not a hope in hell for him in this round. He will go into the B-bomb site. He was close to maybe spotting a bit of blitz, but there's too much pressure, and a 13-0. He's just being a real problem.
Yeah.
But I think today against Mongols, you expected them to have a much stronger performance than one round. So, yeah, disappointing stuff for Movistar Koi, but I mean, we got exactly what we wanted out of the Mongols today, which was more of a team effort and looking sharper. And you brought up a point, like you said earlier, when they kind of get ahead in games or they're really dominant in a series,
yeah,
they can sometimes just get a little bit too aggressive, make too many mistakes, and I don't think we've seen that from Mongols.
Oh, no, we did. Like this T side from Mongols, sure, there were a couple of rounds which came down to individual clutches and 2v2s and whatnot, but the way they were grouping up together and just working in tandem, slowing things down, no one...
To lose this badly, only winning one round over 2 whole matches, well, I thought that would be impossible. This game, in the end, lasted for around 55 minutes and 46 seconds. Thanks for watching. Here are 2 videos you told me you would like. Bye.